AI is about to make bad product decisions scale faster than ever.
And most teams think it's going to fix their problems, but really, by itself, it won't.
It'll just help you build the wrong thing, but faster. And that's the real danger of AI in product development.
Welcome to the Agility in Real Life podcast, Take Five in Real Life. Now your hosts, Mike Studeman and Jeff Lee.
Welcome to this episode of Take Five IRL, brought to you by Agility IRL. I'm Mike Studeman, one of the partners with the firm, and I'm joined by my other two partners, Pat Campbell and Jeff Lee, here on this episode talking about AI and product discovery. How are you doing today, gentlemen?
Fantastic, Mike.
Couldn't be better, Mike.
Well, as you know, the rule is we have to have podcast episodes on AI.
All other things on AI as well.
All other things on AI. So today we're going to talk about AI and product discovery. And gentlemen, just react. Let's start out, react to this statement. AI is going to speed up everything. Is that true, false?
I think there's some truth there. It's going to propel you faster in the direction that you're going.
That's an interesting choice of words, Jeff. You want to share something with the class there?
So a question, actually, if you're sitting here or driving or whatever you're doing while listening to this, do you know which direction you're going? Because you're likely to get there faster, right? Are you tracking certain metrics? Are you looking to achieve certain outcomes? Or are you just building the stuff that someone puts in front of you? Whichever direction you're going, you're likely to get there much more quickly if you leverage AI.
Well, and Pat, you, all of us have read the white papers, the blog posts, listened to podcast episodes. It's not a plug there. You know, faster coding, faster delivery, faster output. But Jeff's making a legit point, right? Just because you coded it faster doesn't mean it was the right thing to code in the first place.
Yep, and that's Mike, where AI can either be a huge advantage or a huge liability, because it gives teams the ability to move faster than ever, generate ideas, write code, create features. But speed without direction, without the right direction, is dangerous. Just because you're moving faster, you're really only amplifying every bad assumption.
And this gets us back to things we've been talking about for a long time that have nothing to do with AI, right? It's getting like frequent review cycles, getting eyes on what you're doing, getting in front of your customers. Because if you're moving quickly and developing a lot of stuff in 4 days and getting in front of a customer, you're not going to get too far offline. If you're doing a quarterly release and getting done with 5x the time amount of work you used to get done, and then putting that in front of a customer and you're going the wrong direction, you could be significantly off course.
Well, and that's, speed in the wrong direction is waste. Speed for the sake of speed will get you killed, right? And I think what you're hitting on here, gentlemen, is that AI isn't going to necessarily make you better at the product development game. It's just going to make the impact of your decisions larger. It's going to make those decisions scale. So it's the risk is it removes some of the friction associated with product development that used to slow down bad ideas. That friction's removed now with AI, so you can go really, really fast in the wrong direction.
And who'd have thought that removing friction would be a bad thing?
Yeah. Well, it's the car without the brakes.
That's right.
Right?
Yep. So AI is incredible at generating solutions, but discovery, which is so critical in product development, isn't about solutions. It's about understanding problems of the business, problems of stakeholders, and AI simply can't replace that. It can assist. It can assist hugely, but it cannot decide.
Yeah, so good AI, right? And we're talking about in that product discovery space that Pat was just talking about, you can run faster experiments so you can get feedback more quickly. You can test your hypotheses more quickly, right? Validate things in faster cycles, getting that feedback, as long as you have that process together.
Yeah, I think just to explain on that a little bit, Jeff, I think the faster validation cycles having AI act as a user or as a potential customer of your product, criticizing your product ideas, criticizing your feature ideas, really using AI to test those ideas out, not to justify them. And that relies, for as much as this episode's on AI, that relies on a good human being being paired with AI to do that.
So if you're currently adopting AI or looking at adopting AI, try to shift your mindset and don't ask first, what can we build? But ask first, what should we validate? And don't measure your output, which we've talked about time and again. In this case, measure learning, which is what you're trying to do with discovery, because that's where the real value comes from.
Fundamentally, as we're getting close to wrapping this up, AI is not a product strategy, right? It's a tool that can be a multiplier, as we've been talking about. But if your thinking is weak, if you don't have other strategic things you're going after, if you don't know what kind of metrics you're trying to get, if you don't know who's going to validate these things from a human perspective, you're going to move faster in the wrong direction. Mike, Pat, any other closing thoughts from you guys?
I would sum it up in the words, don't worry about how AI capable you are, but how AI ready you are.
Yeah, I agree. I think there is a parallel here back in the early days of Agile to Agile isn't going to fix any issue in your product discovery process. It's only going to expose them. I think there's a parallel here with AI, and simply applying AI and hoping that that's going to get you better outcomes is false. It's a fallacy.
Yeah, just try not to expose that as you run into a brick wall at 100 miles an hour.
I think that's an appropriate note to close.
I think so.
So, Jeff, Pat, thanks for joining me for another episode. If you have additional questions on AI and product discovery, don't hesitate to reach out. We're always happy to have a conversation at Agility IRL. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Take 5 IRL podcast. If you like it, please go ahead and share it with someone, as well as like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. We are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Also, leave us a comment or a suggestion for a future episode. Again, thanks for listening, and we look forward to you joining us next time on the Take 5 IRL podcast.